All right. So I don't want to do this a lot because I don't care.
Yes.
But there is
very hard stance on that. Yes.
There is this notion of Patriot fans, obviously, that did not want Kansas City to win yesterday because somehow they would usurp in people's minds the Patriots as being the greatest team of all time. Now, it's an interesting debate, but that's a debate. I don't know why you have a personal stake in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. For me, and I assume this is where you're going to ask me my opinion of this as a Patriots fan. For me, I didn't really care about Kansas City winning their third in a row. It is the Patriots have won 6 of them. There have been other teams that have had short runs like this, like Dallas won 3 in 4 years. Pittsburgh won 4 in, I think, 6 years in the 70s, right?
Yeah.
And Pittsburgh's won as many Super Bowls as the Patriots have. So it's more close. You could debate that one way or another, but it's not a legacy that absolutely needs protecting. Patriots are one of the best franchises in NFL history, but not far and away the best. My protection, if you want to call it that, is more singular, the Brady Mahomes thing. I mean, I watched Brady from the time he was drafted to the time he left, and I've always thought he was the best quarterback I've ever seen and the best quarterback in the history of the league. The whole Mahomes comparison that started coming along, that I was more protective of. I still think Brady's better than Mahomes. Brady never got blown. But these are the comparisons I'm making. Brady never got blown out in a Super Bowl. He was better than Mahomes has been in these games. But as far as team-wise, that doesn't bother me as much.
Yeah, and the thing is that, like, is more, I would think, a fun debate, right? Like, who's better? It's not like something that I would take.
Dallas won a lot of them. San Francisco won a lot of them. Pittsburgh won a lot of them. It's not.
Because I'm a Cardinal fan, and outside of the Yankees, the Cardinals have the most World Series titles of any team. And, you know, they'll never catch the Yankees. But here's the deal, is that, like, when the Dodgers, who will win more than 11 before the Cardinals win another one because of the economics of baseball and how it's destroying the game. And by the way, they're not going to play for a year. So hold on to your hats because Manfred's already talking about putting a salary cap in, which they absolutely need. And
at this point, they also need deferred payment things.
It's insane.
Yeah.
The economics of baseball are insane. You can pay you can pay someone as much as you want, and you can pay it over as long a term as you want. Remember when Ilya Kovalchuk did that? In the NHL, and they immediately stopped it.
He was making like $5 the last 4 years of his contract, so the average annual value was mitigated. The NHL correctly said, this is ridiculous, we're changing the rule.
So not only is there a massive economic difference in baseball, but also you don't have to pay the guys right away, so whatever. But like, I'm a Cardinal fan, and it didn't even occur to me until now that when the Dodgers win the World Series, they have 9. They will ultimately pass the Cardinals as the second most World Series. And I could care less. I don't care. That doesn't bother me. The thing is this. If you lived through it and enjoyed it, then that is your reward. Now, the sports debate portion of it is more fun than something that I would take personally or protect.
We were talking about ages of Patriots fans, and I think that matters when you're discussing this. If Patriots fans weren't around when they were terrible, like I was, your only perspective is, well, they're the best team ever, and that's not the case. They were abysmal in the early 90s. Bad for long periods of time.
A lot of this had to do with the fact that the Chiefs were going to, three-peat. And that was going to, a lot of the debate was going to hinge on that. That's something the Patriots could, never did. I think it was Cattles who said it one day, and it's so obvious, and I'm sure it's been mentioned before, and it's staring you right in the face, but I never thought about it. The Patriots should have won 3 Super Bowls in a row.
If they play Malcolm Butler, they do win 3 in a row.
All you got to do is play Malcolm Butler against the Eagles, and they win 3 in a row.
Yep.
And that just kind of sticks in the craw, too, because then as a Patriots fan, you have to also blame Bill Belichick for the reason why you don't have that first, and all the Chiefs would be doing is matching you had they won their third in a row.
And also, it puts more emphasis on 2007 when you could have had a perfect season and just erased any debate at all.
Exactly.
Like you win that Super Bowl, there's not the helmet catch.
Then you win in three different eras. You win three different ways,
and you went undefeated, and that's impossible. And like, there's no debate that that's the greatest team of all time.
Another great one, Fred. Though with those two losses sprinkled in there, there's always room for debate. But people, like you said, they don't want to have an interesting sports debate. I challenge you to a sports debate, Fred, about this. And no, they just want to take it personally and somehow like defend the wall.
But again, there are certain people who are older aren't in the mood for knockdown dragouts like I am. Because we've seen the highs and the lows.
Right.
All these people that grew up with this, we should have won this one and we should have won that one, but that proves that the Patriots are the best team of all time. Well, take the overall body of work. That's all I'm saying.
But it's more like, and I didn't want Kansas City to win because they annoy me. Like Kelce annoys me. The whole thing around it annoys me. Their fans don't even care anymore. Like, it's enough with them. But I don't understand Patriots fans taking it personally.
Right.
Like, in this jubilation that they didn't win, Kansas City didn't win, based on the fact that now the Patriots dynasty kind of stands out a little bit more. Yeah, that we were saved that. At least he looked sad the whole game.
Just do a little dance. Make a little love.
I don't care about Taylor Swift. I don't know. I understand why she got booed because it's all a Philly crowd and they were booing her because she's a Kansas City fan. But I don't
Taylor Swift.
I don't understand the hate of Taylor Swift. But I can tell you this: I don't like that Kelce at all.
You kidding me?
No.
I'm getting that from you. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, do you?
No, no.
I hate the whole thing. We represent and honor every single veteran that went to war for us in World War I.
What's good? What's good is not being an idiot. No, look, Rob Gronkowski, who he gets compared to frequently because of his personality, Gronk was at least somewhat real. This guy, has a switch.
I don't even think it's the personality; it's the position. That's the only reason why they get compared.
Yeah. Well, Gronkowski was also super dumb, and that made it funny.
That was my point.
Yeah.
I think Kelce is not as smart as he thinks he is.
I can explain to you what the problem with Kelce is, and some of it's not even his fault. Jason Kelce and Travis Kelce are good. They're like charismatic individuals that are good on TV. So good. Put Jason Kelce on a set talking about football. This podcast is stupid. His late night show is stupid. Don't stop giving them things that they're not suited to do. Right? If Travis Kelce wants to be in movies, that's great. If he's a good enough actor, that's great. If he wants to do commercials, that's great. If he wants to be an analyst, that's great. He's not a comedian. Enough. Like the overexposure of them is too much. And Jason Kelce's wife has got a podcast. Like, stop. You do it. Oh, if I was married to someone and they go, I'm gonna start doing a podcast, I'd be like, oh my, it would break up the relationship. I've seen it happen. Like, just he's doing it. Like just find your own thing. Like, let him do his podcast. $100 million for those two. And as Adam and I were talking about off the air, this is starting now. The decline of the Kelce brand begins.
Yeah.
If they would have won this Super Bowl, it would have really amped up.
Oh, they would have brought back the late night show and everything would have been happening. But now it's it's going to be
because if you're investing in the stock and you bought high on the Kelces, which is what they did with that podcast, they reported $100 million. Mm-hmm. Hachi machi. If you bought high on that, you're watching this. It's like when Martha Stewart got convicted, and her brand went from like 20 to 2. like you just lost a lot of your stock ain't worth nearly as much as it was because there's a burnout, and whoever's like representing them needs to go like, everyone slow down. Maybe do one thing. Do two things. Do as many commercials as you can get your hands on. That's easy money. But in terms of being a media personality, maybe focus on 1-2 things.
Let me hear you say hell yeah.
We're going to be deprived of that moment this year. No parade.
Kansas City!
No one did anything annoying last night, to my knowledge. I mean, Sirianni's an annoying guy, but he just went all Jesus on everyone.
Yeah, he did. I didn't see that coming.
Well, he's a big crier, too.
Yeah. He cried. Did he cry during the anthem? I heard people talking about it.
Yeah, he was crying during the anthem.
Did you see?
If you like that clip, and how could you not? Check out more videos from Toucher and Hardy here. Point slightly up and to the left. For more Patriots analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. Point slightly down and to the left. And for the latest from the Sports Hub, download at 985thesportshub.com.